Look at the peoples. My goodness. Singing honk for Jesus. Look at this. I would like to ask him so bad, what has JC done to improve the conditions of the community? What has JC done to improve the conditions of the community? They're saying honk for JC, but what has JC done?
God bless you.
No, thank you, ma'am. I'm not a Christian. Thank you. Honk for Jesus!
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Don't wait till it's too late!
Don't wait till it's too late. JC ain't done nothing for the people.
Honk for Jesus! We got a Lord over here!
Look at this.
Jesus!
Only our people.
Jesus! Honk for Jesus! Honk for Jesus!
No, thank you. I'm not a Christian.
All right, God bless you. Honk for Jesus!
Honk for JC.
Jesus!
Wow. Over 400 years, and JC hasn't done a stinking thing. But they still gung ho. Living in the land of make-believe in their head. This is why progress is non-existent for the community. Instead of leaning on each other to do something to improve the world, they're waiting on a man to fall from the sky. Wow. We are such a backwards people out here. So backwards. Wow. Honk for JC. Biblical agnostic here with a quick video. What you just saw was a bunch of melanated people talking about honk for Jesus, and JC hasn't improved the conditions of the people in over 400 years and still looking for a man in the sky to save them. You know, when I think about religious people, I often think about how primitive their thinking is. And by the way, if you don't know it by now, this channel serves as a critical thought or critique of not only the biblical text, but religion as a whole. So, you know, there was a time where if there was a plague in the village or a virus or an illness, I'll say illness in the village, and there was no known cause because the technology wasn't to the point back then where they understood bacteria and viruses. So of course, the town, the people, quite naturally would say, hey, this must be the gods testing us, or the gods, plural, punishing us. And then it came from plural gods to, oh, this might be God testing or punishing us. And then as human beings advanced and got more scientific, the realization was made that no, these illnesses are caused by bacteria and viruses, and this is why people are, you know, not surviving. So instead of praying, you find a way to treat the bacteria or you treat the virus. Instead of saying, oh, the gods must be angry or your particular deity must be angry, maybe we need to sanitize, wash and clean and disinfect to cut down the probability of infections. Now, where would the world be if it wasn't for these scientific discoveries? Where would the world be if scientists and people who had critical thinking skills said, you know what, it must be the gods? Then humanity would have moved nowhere, for lack of a better word. So now people live longer thanks to science, not because of the gods or because of prayer, but because of science and technology. And I realized that humanity can only go so far, because instead of moving along with technology and science, most people rather think primitively and blame the gods or your particular god on whatever good or bad may or may not be happening, instead of trying to find a scientific explanation and solve the actual problem. Because as long as you look into the sky for someone to solve a problem there, you can never look in your own environment and begin to problem solve. And that's the difference between science and religion. One actually does solve problems, and one offers an imaginary idea that solves no problem. That's just the way it goes. Just a quick thought. Biblical agnostic, I'm out. And always remember, these videos serve to be critical, to make you think. These videos are not intended to disparage, dissuade, or mock people in their religious views, ideas, and beliefs. I think we all as people have a right to believe and think the way we want to think. These videos on the Biblical Agnostic channel are just for thoughts that are critical of the subject. You can be pro a subject and critical of it. I am a person who still studies the biblical text. I'm just coming at it from more of a critical standpoint, questioning the validity of such. Again, this is not to disparage, mock, or try to dissuade anyone for believing what they want to believe. I'm just here to make you think. Biblical Agnostic, out.